remaining problem. Now the 9 gamut, and you'll be thinking remaining problem. Close your eyes, open your eyes, down hard right, down hard left, circle, thinking of remaining problem, the other direction, hum, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hum, Now we do the sequence again. This will finish it off. Remaining problem, 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 remaining problem. That's it.
This subsequent round of EFT, when necessary, only needs to be applied typically once or twice, maybe 3 times to cover just about every issue that we address with it. This simple 1-minute memorized procedure, once you own it and really have it internalized and memorized, it's a lifetime gift for you to be able to use for just about any emotional or physical issue you could imagine.
Of course, I'd like to point out here, Gary, that we don't fix everything for everyone.
Yeah,
this is the real world.
It's the real world. You will, to emphasize that, you will notice in the audio tapes and videotapes that have all these case histories on them, and they go on almost endlessly, so you'll get a wide view of and good feel for how all this process works. Not everybody just gets to 0. I mean, we're not trying to show you magic here. We're trying to show you a very workable, very powerful, very stunning tool, but it does not do everything for everyone. You will find some people on all these case histories that don't go to 0. They go to partway to 0. Some don't make much headway at all, but that's kind of a rare situation. That's particularly rare with pain, for example,
yes.
Something like that. So what we want to emphasize to you is while this process is powerful, you may need to be very persistent, and there may be some issues that you deal with that you're not going to make much headway with, and you may need to take the advanced course that we offer
yes.
and so on, because there's some details that go beyond the scope of what we're teaching
right.
here. One more point I want to make before we close this session out, and that has to do with this. When you experience the audio tapes and the videotapes, you will notice that Adrian and I have people do some tapping, which might seem to be different than the version of EFT that you're learning here. It is not different. What it really is a shortcut version of the more thorough version that you're learning here.
Yes.
Adrian and I have been doing this for years. We have very advanced training in this, and we're often doing this on stage with people, where time sometimes is important. Sometimes we're dealing with people where they have a very critical issue, and the more efficient we can do it, the better. And so when you overhear us on the audio tapes or see us on the videotapes, we are not having in our own mind, gee, this is going to show up on the EFT course.
Right,
we want to
right.
be efficient at the time.
Right.
And so you will see us, instead of having somebody go from the top and go all the way down and do the whole procedure that you've learned here, you'll see us do something like, tell them, we'll say, well, tap under your eye and tap under your arm and then tap on your thumb, for example, because that may be all they need. That's a shortcut we happen to know from things that are just apparent to us that aren't beyond the scope of
And
this
from
course.
experience,
Yep.
and working with people.
And, but what you need to know is this more thorough version would also include the same tapping we're talking about, you know, under the eye and under the arm and the thumb and whatever else it may be. And so you're going to actually be over-tapping in a case like
yes.
this, but you're going to be able to do the same things that you see on the audio, or hear on the audio tapes and see on the videotapes that we do.
Yeah.
It'll just take you a little bit longer time, that's all. You
Right.
need to know that. Now, that being said, we are going to switch for a moment to what I think is a delightful video clip, which is going to be the only video clip on these tapes which shows the thorough procedure from start to finish with somebody with a very intense water phobia. So stay tuned, it's coming up.
Enjoy.